Hello guys, are you looking to hire somebody for remote work? Check out tips which will follow this video because our team is fully remote and we've been functional like this for many years. We talked to many remote people and we actually faced many scams and many incompetent people as well. So with these tips, I hope to help you save your time while you're looking for remote work. I mean, first, remote work attracts a lot of questionable candidates. I know sometimes feels like scammer. People who lie about their experience, about their names, locations, and so on. And I think it's not a good start of remote work. So I don't say it's majority, it's minority, but they are present and they do require some specific things. Another interesting point that remote work actually requires better self-discipline, a bit of more conscious collaboration and communication. You cannot just go to someone's desk and have a conversation, water cooler chat as well. So you actually need to make an extra effort to do it. I do acknowledge that since COVID, many people actually used to remote work and probably do it much better than before. But at the same time, some people do it better than others and so on. So let's jump into the tips. First, I do recommend you to look for referrals. So if some of your colleagues, friends actually know that person well, many checkboxes will be checked. So this person is real, they're not lying, and so on and so forth. So referrals is the first thing. If you met someone knows that person and so on. So this is probably one of the first things. I will try to see if you can find a referral, common connection on LinkedIn or something which will help you understand that this person is real. Because at some point you've seen over 50% of applications from fake candidates. If you cannot find the referral, I do recommend you start looking at a few things. First, look at CV, LinkedIn profile. As a single sale, you need to look real. You should have a photo, information that will basically match. Obviously, it would be cool if they have some remote work experience. But another cool point we usually start, we actually ask people to record very short video message, like 3-5 minutes. It helps us to tick a few boxes. First, ensure that people who work remotely can easily record a video message. They don't need half an hour preparation, whatever, just jump, ask a couple of questions, and done. So if people cannot do it very easily, then they're not very good remote worker, because remote worker implies you are not shy to record a video message about anything, sharing your screen, sharing your face, and talk. And other stuff, they show that people actually have a camera. So how can you work remotely without a camera? I don't know, because it's very unhumanable or not very basically impersonal if you don't have a camera to work remotely. So if people cannot record because of lacking camera, and other stuff, it also helps you to check their communications in English. If people switch on the camera, they cannot talk well, then there is probably would be waste of your time and your team to have an interview with them if they cannot explain by themselves their past experience, why they want to work for your company, and what kind of roles they want to have in the future. So for me, that video message is pretty important. Some people will reject it because they will say, hey, I don't know how you use the message and so on. However, I mean, if they don't want to record the message, probably don't want to interview them as well. So I do recommend make it not an optional. For us, we tried it before. It was optional at some point. Now it's 99% non-optional. So we don't ask to record a video message only if person comes from the referral. If you know the person, we know and we trust in the referral and so on. Other interesting trainers questions for remote work we have are the following ones. Basically, for example, imagine you need people to communicate effectively, so they need to be able to kind of explain how they work, what is the most productive communication methods for them. They need to be able to easily use a video. They need to demonstrate they've done it before. They have a setup, they have a quiet room, they have a space. If they don't have, they need to ask you exactly about renting a co-working space, renting a desk somewhere to ensure that they have a place to work. I don't imagine someone working remotely with kids running around non-stop. I mean, you should have a place for you, and I think for me it's not a banana, you should have a place. Another interesting stuff that people should understand, actually, what makes them productive, how they can split the day, how they can work and so on, and why they want to work remotely as well. And of course, people shouldn't be shy recording audio, video messages, and so on. Another interesting tip, we always ask situational questions about people working in different time zones and remotely to explain how they communicated difficult situations, the technical or non-technical decisions, how they seek feedback remotely, and what does it change, when they need to have camera, when they don't need, and so on. We also look for people who are actually willing to meet sometimes face-to-face, because working remotely is fine, but a human connection is much easier to build when you have some fun activities together. So we do look for people who meet sometimes or kind of really asking for this as well. And probably last but not least, very important point is actually ask your candidate for a couple of referrals and talk with those people about how it was working with them, interactions, describe situations, and so on, to understand basically their working style, where they're good at, what are their communication preferences. So it actually helps you to screen remote work as well. So remote work, it's not a big deal, but at the same time, it does bring some, and as I mentioned, specific communication styles. It does bring necessity of equipment. It does change some things and more people. But then some of our things I mentioned before, they actually help you to save your time down the line during the interview, like those videos, the synchronous communication. If you have any other remote screening tips, please write in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.